Good afternoon and welcome to my message of the day. I'm Warren, the rector here at St Columba's. People sometimes ask me how they should pray. And I think there are two parts to the question. There's what form would I use? What do I say? Etc. And also what's the inner disposition, if you like, when we come to pray? Well, being part of a traditional Anglican church means that we are provided with a form of service which we can use privately at home, and also we are provided with a form of service which we can use together at church. And you can have some confidence in the service that it works. It'll do the job because it has literally centuries of pedigree and millions of people have used it and found it helpful. That's the first point. And to learn how to use that, you could come to church, you could watch Facebook and YouTube, and join in with the prayers. A variety of people from the church, including me, will pray morning prayer, evening prayer and compline once a week. And you can learn how to do that because the form of service, while the words might change, the form of service is the same. So you can get the hang of it. You could also get a book. If you come to church, I'd be happy to let you borrow a book of the prayer book from the church. And then it's just a matter of learning the flow of the service. And that's why it's handy to have someone show you how to do it, to be part of and join someone in praying, either at church or, as I said, you can do it on Facebook and YouTube. Now that might sound a little bit easy, and to start it is actually, and it is just literally a matter of following the order of service and doing what you've seen others do. Of course, the more we do it, the depth of prayer will emerge, and there's more subtlety to it, and there's some wisdom to learn in all of this and from other people. But to start with, you just pray. Just get the form of service and pray. Learn how to use it. So that's my first point. And that's pretty easy to do in a way, once you decide you're going to do it. And in the prayer book, morning and evening prayer are supplied for every day of the week. And there's compline, so there's 3 times a day. And you can come to church here at St Columba's. We have a Holy Communion service on Sundays and on a Thursday morning at 10:30. What about inner disposition? And that might be a little bit trickier. Well, the first thing to say is not to worry about your inner disposition in a way. It's just to come and do it. Use the form of prayer. Because what we're after to begin with, or all the way through, is authenticity. You don't have to have a certain voice, a certain way of acting to pray. You be yourself. That's so key. We might have a conception of what it means to be religious or someone who prays. And while it's hard to get rid of those preconceptions, actually you don't need them. In fact, they may work against what you're trying to do. We might have a conception that people who pray are good, or that they're deep or profound or hopeful or joyful or something like this. And perhaps if we don't perceive that we're like that, we might think that we have to manufacture those inner dispositions within us. Of course, the very fact that we don't think we're like that is a reason to come to prayer, because you don't have to be that to pray. We may well learn those things, become that kind of person because we pray, but actually you don't manufacture anything in prayer. You follow the order of service. You come as you, authentically you. Of course, some people might come thinking that they are good enough, that they are deep enough. I've done all this work. Now I can come to church and pray. Well, I'm good enough, so to speak. And that's another preconception which, if we pray long enough, will actually will be released from, will be freed from it, and it will be a great freedom. The second comment I might make about the inner disposition when we come to pray, we follow the order of service, we come authentically as us, is to come with the intention of praying to God. The intention. That's important, the intention. We may or may not succeed, but we come with the intention of praying. Even if we don't really know what praying is, we come with the intention of being present to God, following the order of service, of being present to God as we follow, as we are led, and to be present as authentically as we are able to be. That's enough. That's plenty, in fact, to come with the intention. Notice I didn't say you have to be present. You don't. But we come with the intention of being present, and with the intention to be present as authentically who we are. So, and as we do that, we follow the form. And whenever we pray, this happens to everybody, literally everybody. Oh, look, I've wandered off from the order of service. I'm thinking about something else, which may or may not be interesting that we've done that. There's something else which has taken our mind off what we're doing. But no matter. In a way, it doesn't matter. At this point, it wouldn't matter. And in a way, it never matters. It's normal. And what we do is we come back to the intention of praying. Notice again that I've said come back to the intention of praying. Because if we think we have to pray, it becomes, it's a subtle change, but it leads us in the wrong direction, because it's sort of like, I'm going to pray. Actually, where we're heading is to come with the intention to pray and to be authentically present to God, following the order of service that is provided. And actually, over time, we will discover that it's not us that does it, it's God who prays in us. Now, I have spoken about that before, and I'm sure I will speak about it again, because that's a crucial insight, but that's way down the track. At the moment, what we do is we are supplied with an order of service, both for private prayer and corporate prayer, that we can have confidence in. We come authentically as who we are, and we come with the intention to pray. And when our intention, we wander off from praying, we just return to our intention to pray. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.